And good evening, basketball fans, and welcome back to the coverage of the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance. And this is the main game. It's between the much improved Jose Rizal University Heavy Bombers going up against the upset conscious Manuel Enverga University Foundation Wildcats. I am Kiko Maligdem, and with me is Justin Alfonso. And Justin, tuloy-tuloy ang
Yes.
laglagan natin.
Oh, tuloy-tuloy. And it's going to be another fun matchup. I'm really a big fan of the JRU Heavy Bombers, so let's see what's going to happen here today.
And sinasabi nga natin, ang laban ng JRU at Enverga University Wildcats, it's something to prove dahil pareho silang may gustong patunayan, especially for both squads na may gustong umangat in the next phase of this tournament. Now let's try to check on the first team on the screen right now. Makikita natin ang JRU Heavy Bombers as we take a look at the lineup. And ano ba yung players or sino-sino ba yung mga dapat natin batin? Because this JRU Heavy Bombers, they had a massive revamp this season. May bagong head coach. And of course, semi-finalist sila sa 2025 Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup.
Yes, and I'm a big fan of Sunday Peñaverde. He is one of those guys that you want to watch when JRU is playing. I mean, I love that. The way he plays, he's cold-blooded. He got all the skills to be one of the best guards here in the league. So let's see what he's going to do here today in the third game.
And of course, moving to the other side of the fence, ang Manuel Enverga University Foundation Wildcats, one of the new teams. Sabi nga natin, nakausap natin si Coach Melky, one of the new, yung basketball program niya, bago-bago pa lang. And of course, 4 years pa lang daw yung basketball program under his belt, but slowly making waves through the PSAA. Sino ba yung mga players na dapat nating bantayan?
Yes, for Envarga University Wildcats, it's going to be Daniel Pena. He's going to be the main playmaker for the Wildcats. He's going to be the one really controlling that point guard position. And another guy that we want to talk about too is Joris Drio. He's a veteran guard. He's a champion. He's won a championship in the PCU conference. So let's see what he's going to do here against the JRU Heavy Bombers.
Now, puntahan naman natin ang third person sa panel, si Bianca Tagarda. May balita on both squads. So, Bianca, good evening and welcome to the panel.
Good evening, Kiko and Justin. And finally, we're on our last game of this opening day of the Big Dance 2025. At malamig nga dito sa ENDERUN College's gym. Pero malamig din ang pagbate ng JRU Heavy Bombers in this Big Dance 2025 as they have new additions such as Sean Salvador, Yuri Duque, Alan Laurinaria, and Benedict Katapang. While for the other side of the court naman, that is the Manuel Enverga University Foundation Wildcats. Well, they are here to prove that their team or their basketball program may be young, but they have something to fight for or lumalaban talaga sila. Kiko and Justin?
Aming pakawalan, Bianca, no? Sino sa tingin mo ang mananalo for this game? Kasi laglagan to eh.
Yes, Kiko and Justin. At dahil nandito na nga ako sa side ng court ng JRU Heavy Bombers, well, I'll go for the Heavy Bombers on this game knowing that they had experience and I'm sure naman na ready rin sila for this match.
Maraming salamat, Bianca, for that hula portion. Ngayon, puntahan naman natin, Justin. Ikaw, kakampi ka ba sa pananaw ni Bianca?
Kiko, alam mo naman ako, big fan ako ng JRU Heavy Bombers and Sanlea Peñaverde. But nothing to take away from the opponents. But for me, I think it's going to be the Jose Rizal University Heavy Bombers.
So, tignan natin kung magtutugma ang hula ni Bianca and ni Justin na ang JRU ang susunod sa next phase. Let's see. It's JRU Heavy Bombers going up against Enverga University Wildcats here in the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance. Puntahan natin ngayon ang venue announcer for the introduction of the starting five.
As we bring you Pinoyliga Cup, the Big Dance 2025, presented to you by the Shawarma Shack.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Starting five, we have Peña, Orinday, Rustria, Arroyo, Escamillas for the Enverga Wildcats. While for the JRU Heavy Bombers, we have Argente, Peña Verde, Benitez, Panapanaan, and Lozano. It's the JRU Heavy Bombers going up against the Manuel Enverga University Foundation Wildcats here in the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance. And parang makikita natin ngayon, no, based on this, labasan ng mga magagaling.
Yes, you know, especially for JRU, you can tell they're bringing out their first strong five here with Argente at the point, Peña Verde at the two, and you know, you got Lance Benitez and Panapanaan at the front court. And as you can see right there, a beautiful banana cut from Peña Verde, and the first 2 points goes in for JRU.
And of course, hindi na sila nagpatumpik-tumpik pa. Agad na gumawa ang JRU on this one. 30 seconds have gone by as the Enverga Wildcats. Oh, he hits that three-point shot. Wow. And that is number 29, Escamillas. Who, incidentally, was a former Mapua Cardinal.
Oh, wow. So he has some NCAA experience to him. And you know, if kung manggagaling ka ng Lucena, Quezon, pupunta ka ng City of Taguig, hindi ka basta-basta magpapatalo.
Yes. As we take a look at that last play, ang ganda ng pasa and a basket for Justin Lozano. And making that basket is Justin Lozano. 5-3. Ang bilis. And of course, JRU, pumasok ng gandang-ganda dito. May cheering squad sila.
Yung kanina, yung in our first game, may
UB.
pep squad, yung UB. Ngayon, may drummers naman tayo for JRU.
Oh, mukhang lalakas yung boses natin.
Oo.
As we take a look at JRU, immediately putting on a show, they lead 7-3 with 8:43 remaining. Parang height-wise, parang lamang ng JRU on this.
Yes, and you know, talent-wise as well, I think the JRU Heavy Bombers just have a deeper squad, especially in the guard position. You know, like I said, Sean Argente, you got Sanlea Peñaverde, and then coming off the bench, I don't know if I saw Jay Garupil, but Jay Garupil is also a part of the squad. So, you know, for JRU, I think as long as they stick to their system, they stay aggressive, I think it should be a good win for the squad.
And the score is 7-3, but of course, ang Enverga University Wildcats hindi magpapatalo yan. And no, Coach Melky Villanueva, he has this ability to really squeeze out of something sa kanyang mga players. And the score is 7-3, ladies and gentlemen.
And as you can tell, you know, in this first quarter, on the offensive end, you know, the Enverga University Wildcats, they're fighting. They're trying to get some baskets. They're playing some defense. They're aggressive. They're running their plays. So let's see if they can get an upset here in the City of Taguig.
And now, let's see, 3 seconds to shoot. But then, 2 straight turnovers ang Enverga. Probably, di ba, kakaiba din yung stage na to na you're up against a big squad, a well-known squad like JRU. That's right,
Yes, especially the performance they had in the Collegiate Cup, Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup, and now they turn the ball over. Let's see if the Redshirts can answer.
Escamillas missing that three-point shot, pero nakuha ng Enverga ang bola ulit. Orenday has the ball, fresh 14 for them. Orenday gets it inside, pero naagaw ng JRU. Here comes Agent Argente with the pass. Oh, basket, no good. Ball will stay JRU's way with 7:17 remaining first quarter.
What a pass by Sean Argente. Wow.
7:17, ladies and gentlemen. Has a 4-point lead. Let's see how will this play work for JRU. Binigay kay Argente. Oh, Argente has the ability to really get a foul from those type of picks.
Yeah, he loves to do those off the pick and roll, off that first screen. If he knows the guy's fighting over, talagang ipipihit niya yung kamay niya. Sasabitin niya talaga yung defender and he gets the foul just like he did right here. He has a great job of recognizing if the defense is following too close off that pick.
Yes. Sabi nga, parang meron kang spider sense.
Oo. Definitely meron yan si Sean at hindi nga gumalaw yung net kung pumasok yung free throw na yun.
And of course, Argente, alam naman natin yan na he is a veteran shooter. Offensive maker yan ng JRU. And he proved his worth noong 2023 when he was still a rookie.
Yes.
Talagang pumuputok na siya sa mga games.
You know, and they have another rookie that could do the same thing, Sanlea Peñaverde.
Oh,
you know,
yes.
Watching him in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup, that was, you know, I don't know. I have no words for the kid. You know, he's a big-time shot maker. He knows how to really change and affect the game. As you can see, Jay Garupil now is in the game for Sean Argente, and we see a full-court press coming from the Yellow Shirts.
And now, here comes Enverga. Oh, someone is free or a tie for the three. Mintes, rebound, JRU, and that is Lozano. Binigay ngayon kay Garupil. And now, here comes Peñaverde. That Peñaverde nalilitod bago buhok eh, no?
Yes.
But of course, speaking of a rookie, si Peñaverde is a talented one. Meron pa silang papasok, si Sean Salvador.
Ooh.
Another shooter. So talagang, you know, this JRU is really preparing for the future.
The recruiting class this year looks like they're really here to win all the marbles and really get that championship for the JRU Heavy Bombers as they get another point.
And the score is 12-3, 6:32 remaining. As a steal, once again, a basket is scored by Peñaverde. The score is 14-3. And timeout will be called by Enverga Wildcats. Medyo nagulat pa sila ang strong start ng JRU. Babalik tayo pagkatapos ng ilang saglit. And after we come back, maririnig niyo ang boses ni Bianca Tagarda. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Score is 14-3, 6:27 remaining. Strong start by JRU. Bakit kaya, Justin, no? Parang bigla ang nagulat ba ang Enverga?
I think it's the press of JRU. I think they're really aggressive. They're really smart. They don't try to overly play their press and their trap, and they're just there, disciplined, and they're in the passing lanes. And anytime JRU gets the ball, they're aggressive to the rim, and they're drawing fouls. They're hitting shots. And let's see if they can keep that up here in the first quarter.
Right now, the pressure is on. As you see, a man-to-man press. Yung talagang napakwalan eh, no?
Yes. And Sanlea Peñaverde really playing great defense, pressuring the point guard and not fouling at the same time.
14-3 is the score, 6:17 remaining. As JRU will still have the possession, or will have the possession right now. Garupil, may hawak ng bola, is being guarded by Peña. Garupil makes his move. Pinasa kay Lozano. Pop out. Peñaverde. Hindi pa tapos ang pag-iinit ng kamay ni Peñaverde with a three.
A great offensive set there, seeing Sanlea Peñaverde going all the way to the opposite side, using a down screen and ready to shoot, and a great pass there by Lance Benitez.
And now Enverga will try to answer back. It has been a 15-0 run by the JRU Heavy Bombers. And parang medyo nagulat, a culture shock ngayon ang Enverga as they are trying to find an answer to the riddle called JRU Heavy Bombers. And now, puntahan naman natin si Bianca Tagarda with some updates.
Kiko and Justin, you know you're a good coach when your former players follow you even if you've already separated ways. And that resonates with the coaches of the JRU Heavy Bombers na kamakailan lang ay nilapitan ng kanilang former players such as Sean Salvador, Yuri Duque, Allen Lorinoria, and Benedict Katapang. Which is why despite their 16-man lineup, there are so many rooms to breathe as all players have adapted into their system due to the way that everyone has connections inside and outside of the court. Gentlemen,
And ladies and gentlemen, 18-3 is the score. And right now, it's a 16-0 run. Make that 17-0 run. That's good.
And you can see JRU still in that trap as soon as Enverga University inbounds the ball on the left or the right side, it's trapped right away. So what the red shirts need to do if JRU is trapping right away is making sure the inbounder comes in right away so that there is an escape pass or a pressure release for the red shirts and their point guards.
Grabe yung pressure nila. Yun, yung trap. Tatlong players na yung lumalaban sa guard. No?
Yeah, so, you know, if you're the red shirts, you got to make sure your pressure releases come right away because your point guard is going to get trapped right away. Your point guard and your shooting guard because they're trapping both sides. So pressure release needs to be there if you're the red shirts, and you have to recognize that the JRU will press all game, and you have to be ready for that.
Score is 19-3, 17-0 run, ladies and gentlemen. As yung 3-point shot na yon, kanina mula noon hindi na nakashoot ang Enverga because they were pressured. And this is something, siguro a learning experience also for Enverga, no? On how to, yung mga ganitong teams talaga din, on how to escape from those traps.
Yes. And you know, Enverga's trapping themselves, so they should know how to break
Oh
a
yes.
trap right away. So they need to just go to that and stay composed.
Let's see. And now, here comes JRU. Uh-oh! Oh! Nawala sa eksena si Tamarosa there.
He tried to be aggressive getting that rebound, but a foul has been called. And let's see here. Here's the trap of JRU, and let's see what the red shirts will do.
And of course, kanina yung sinabi natin, si Sean Salvador has just checked in. So let's see. Oh, look at that. Napaka, as in talagang stingy. Stingy. As in talagang nakakatakot eh.
Right. And like we said, you know, there Enverga had their inbounder come in right away, but he was not ready for that pass. So that's something that they got to adjust to here moving forward.
And now, a basket is scored by Vince Sarmiento. And the score is 21-3. And Drio, tingnan natin ngayon. Remember, si Drio was part of the championship ng Prisaa. Kasi parang isa siya sa mga guest players ng San Pablo for that Calabarzon team.
Right.
And we're expecting Drio to really step up here in this game.
Yes, especially the experience that he has. He needs to be a leader moving forward in this first quarter if they want to cut down this lead.
And it would be an interesting matchup, no? Kung sino mga kalaban ng San Pablo next round.
Yes.
Let's see. Some ball movement, 3:26 remaining, 6 seconds to shoot. Oh, look at the defense. Talagang break ball eh. No? And there's a foul.
Yeah, and you know, credit to Enverga University. I know it's a rough start for them, but they just have to stay aggressive but composed. It's like one thing to be aggressive and play like you're a chicken with your head off and you're just running around, being aggressive, running fast with really no intention. But it's another thing to be aggressive and be smart about it and making good decisions. So that's something that Enverga University needs to do, especially on the press break. Kasi pag na-beat na nila yung press break na yun, may mga half-court sets naman sila na pwede puntahan eh. So once they get to that, it might be a better situation for the red shirts.
So let's see. And basket is scored. Free throw by Jay Garupin. 23-3. Naging mahirap ang opensa ng Enverga right now. Look at the defense. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Another steal.
Wow. I think Enverga University needs to really get their press break down because that was a really uncalled pass right there. You know, you're trying to skip it across the court when you're getting trapped. Of course, that's going to have a high probability of getting stolen, especially the flight of the ball was really slow. So one thing that they really got to come in here in this quarter break is really hone in on that press break. What do they need to do to break the press of JRU?
And of course, we were talking to Coach Mel kasi sinasabi nga niya, great experience for them to really battle with a school like JRU.
Yes.
It's a great experience for them dahil lalo he believes that titibay yung team niya because of this.
Yes. You know, when you go up against a team like this that has a lot of talent, you know, if you're a player or the coach of the opposing team, it's a good challenge. You know, you want to see where you're at with the best teams in the nation. So this is their chance. You know, it's still a long game. There's still 3 quarters left. They could turn this thing around. They just need to get some baskets.
Yes. Maybe this is just like a first quarter na parang ang sama ng gising mo.
Yes.
Hopefully, in the second quarter, going to the last quarter, gumanda na ang takbo.
No, baka pagod lang sila sa biyahe. Malayo ang Lucena, Quezon, I'm not sure where exactly. But let's see. I hope the red shirts can get it going here and really put a fight here against the JRU Heavy Mamas.
So let's see. Peña inside. Oh, what a great defense there by Laurenaria Jr. That's Alan Laurenaria Jr. Actually, itong makikita nga natin sina player nila, sina Daniel Peña. He's one of the main guy for the Wildcats. He hailed from summer capital ng Quezon, which is Tuban. So let's try. I mean, we're expecting more from Daniel Peña, but of course, this is a good challenge for him.
Yes, and you know now they're JRU's almost to the penalty, so they should look to be more aggressive here, and maybe they can get some free throws, and they get 2 points here, bringing the lead down to 20.
And that is the save, Daniel Peña with the free throws. 5:25, 2:30 remaining. May hawak ng bola ngayon si Salvador. And now, it's with Agent Argente. Will he score the 009? Hindi na 007 eh. 009.
And as you can see again, Sean Argente drawing that foul, you know. He felt the hands of Tamarosa on his hip. And as soon as he felt that, he swipes up. Referee calls the foul.
Veteran move.
Veteran move. Galing.
Ganun ka rin ba pag naglalaro?
Hindi. Ano ako eh. Laki Amerika ako eh. Wala akong mga ganun eh. Ano ako eh.
Athleticism.
Oh, more on skills lang yung gamit ko eh. Hindi ako physical maglaro eh.
Or yung gulang mo.
Oh, wala pa akong gulang eh. Pang-Amerikano yung gulang ko eh. Alam mo yun.
Yung foul.
Oo, Edman yan, rep ah. Pumito ka naman.
27-5, 2:18 remaining. You know, a lot of things have changed in terms of basketball. Back then, di ba, yung play natin, it's more of the low post and kick out. Ngayon, ang dami ng system eh.
Yes.
Revolve. Kaya parang ako, dati pag big man ka, loob ka lang, sentro ka lang.
Yes.
Ngayon, kahit big man, you know, it's playing. Were you able to actually experience that playing with a system na parang old school?
I think right now, you know, when I played for Valenzuela and Bico last year, Coach Raymond Valenzuela, his offense was the triangle offense.
Oh, okay.
Which was, you know, a pretty old school system. You know, you could remember it from the 90s with the Bulls, you know, with the Lakers in the early 2000s, where the low post is the first option.
Yes.
You know, or the pinch post was an option. So, you know, I was able to get some of that, you know, here in modern basketball, and I also got to be a part of, like, offenses that have the Spain action, which is a pick and roll that's more modern now. You know, usually when you think about a pick and roll, it's just a big either rolling or popping. But now there's a Spain action where it's a pick and roll, and the roller's getting picked by a small man on the opposite side, you know?
that pick and roll, that has been the bread and butter of Utah Jazz back then.
Yes,
Stop.
yes, with Carmelo, John
Yeah.
Stockton. So there's a lot of modern offenses now that we see. But, like for example, JRU, I've seen them run the modern motion offense, which a lot of teams run here in the Philippines. And that's one of the great offenses that you can run, especially if you're guard heavy like JRU.
Yes. And right now, as you can see that, this is Sean Salvador. Ang laki ng binago ng bata na to. Because before ang payat pa nito ngayon, he added a bulk up actually. So, and of course, he has made waves yung juniors division, no? Sa Mapua, hitting those clutch shot. And right now, he's with JRU Heavy Bombers. And trying to continue what he left off.
And for JRU to have this many talent coming into the NCAA season, it's all about gonna be how do we mix everything together? How do we become a team that's gonna be unstoppable? And it starts with games like this, where you're playing against a team that may not be as strong as you are, but you have to stay disciplined. You still have to run your offense. You still have to play good defense, which they are doing here in the first quarter.
And if you're in Verga University Wildcats, ano yung gagawin mo for you to really compete with JRU?
I think it's really honing on to that press break. Pag nakuha na nila yung press break, kung paano i-break yung press ng JRU, and I can't even say press, yung trap, yung full court trap ng JRU, makuha nila yung press break na yun. And they come back on offense on the half court set, run some sets, be composed, get some not early shots, but get some good shots, some great shots. You have a chance here against JRU.
Of course, 1 minute remaining in the opening period, 31-7. And as we were stating, nahirapan ang Enverga to really buy a basket here because of that defense shown by JRU. Wherein kahit sino pwedeng gumawa dito sa JRU.
Yes, and if you're in Verga University, you have to put a focus on getting stops on defense as well. You cannot give up 31 points in the first quarter and expect to win.
Yes.
That's something that you have to really focus on coming into the second quarter. Limit JRU to maybe 15 points that quarter and maybe make it your goal to get to 10 points that quarter. Little by little, you can chip away at this game, and you never know. You might be at the end game only down by 8 or 9 points and give yourself a chance to win the ball game.
31-8 is the score. And maganda ang tinatakbo ngayon. And look at that. For JRU, diba, they're doing well in defense using the trap. Pero pag nasa offense na sa kanila, ang bilis ng takbo nila.
Yes. And, they don't let themselves get trapped. Unlike in Verga University, they're letting themselves get trapped by JRU. And that's something maybe they could do when they're trying to break the trap of JRU. Kasi itong si Enverga, when they're trapping, they're jumping at the passing lane and the pass. So, yung ibang pasa, nakaka-receive naman talaga yung players ng JRU. So, nagiging disadvantage na sila sa defense.
Yes.
So, maybe instead of risking and trying to get that steal, just go back on defense. Fall back. Don't try to get the steal because you know how fast JRU is going to play. So, maybe that's something that Enverga University can adjust to here in the second quarter.
Vince Sarmiento. Second one, it's good. 32-8 is the score. And of course, JRU, the winner of this game, will move on to the round of 16 to meet San Pablo Ravens. And of course, San Pablo Ravens earlier won over the NCF Tigers by 3 points.
That was a really good matchup, and it's going to be a really good matchup. Whoever faces San Pablo between these two teams, it's going to be a fun matchup.
Yeah, as we see Sean Salvador with the ball, gets a pick. Salvador, look at that, a long three, no good, miss. Rebound by Argente. Salvador has it once again. He's being guarded right now. Oh, three, no good. Rebound by Peña. Peña nagmamadali. 7 seconds remaining. Inside basket is good.
There you go. That's what you need to do if you're in Verga University. Oh my goodness, it almost went in. But if you're the red shirts, if you're the Wildcats, that's what you need to do. The past two press breaks, they broke it easily, and they need to keep going to that.
And after 10 minutes of basketball action, it's a 22-point lead for the JRU Heavy Bombers, 32 to 10. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After first quarter, the score is 32-10. My goodness, JRU, I'm very excited for JRU this coming NCAA season. Kasi if this preparation nila sa preseason pa lang makes people excited dahil sa brand of play nila, paano pa kaya when it comes to sa mga game nila?
Yes, and if you're the red shirts, you have to put yourself up to the challenge of going against the JRU squad that we're really high about. We say, it's not every day you get to go against a JRU squad that's built like this. So, if you're at Verga University Wildcats, you got 3 more quarters focused on getting back into this game. They finally got some rhythm on breaking their press. So let's see if they can keep it up here in the second quarter.
And of course, if you're one of the basketball analysts, diba, yung mahilig mag-follow ng basketball, you will forget the result of JRU last season. Kasi ibang-iba na yung opponent yun.
Yes. They got some really young talent mixed with some vets like Sean Argente. That's going to be a fun time to watch because, in the end game when you need some composure, some veteran leadership, you got Sean Argente. You need some fiery action from young guards. You got guards like Sanlea Peñavera, Sean Salvador. They got a squad. So I'm excited to see how they're going to put it all together.
Meanwhile, a 3-point shot missed by Panapanaan. And then Verga grabs the ball. At yung bola ngayon. Look at that. And there is a miss there. And a pushing foul is called on Peña. And Trio is back in the ball game wearing jersey number 24. Ito yung sinasabi natin na naging guest player ng San Beda or San Pablo sa Prisaa Championship. Kasi ang alam ko sa Prisaa yata you can get one guest player. So let's see. Inside basket is good.
That's some great action coming from the Heavy Bombers. A great up screen to a cutting Hattie Herrera. That was just great recognition too by Sean Argente. Great high IQ play.
3-point shot, no good. Rebound by Harry Herrera. 8:05 remaining. 34-13. There is a push on number 5, that is on Tamarosa, and nagkaroon ng palitan Oranday going to replace Peña. 7:55 remaining, second period of action. And the thing is, if napapansin mo sa JRU, they're leaving one veteran and then they're giving, opportunities for the 4 other na
Yes,
nila.
and the way they run their offense, it's something that you like to see if you're the coach. They run it through. They run their plays. They look for the shots that they're supposed to have, and they don't do anything outside of that.
Oh, look at the ball movement. Pundano, may hawak ng bola, 11 seconds. With all the happenings, you're surprised that there's still 11 seconds in the shot clock. And Pundano could not make that one.
I think Pundano could have taken the first shot that he got off that swing.
Yes. Medyo nangailangan siya, baka sabi niya, ang aga pa eh.
Gusto niya late clock eh, late clock.
Yes. 7:06 remaining. Oh, slices through the middle. Inside, basket is scored by number 11, and that is Ian Esquera.
Wow, Sean Argente. What a great play there coming from that young man. Cutting through the lane, having the defense commit to him, and dumping it down to his teammate for an easy deuce.
And basket is scored, ladies and gentlemen. 6:38, 36-15. As we see, Peña Verde bring down the... Naninibago pa ako sa itsura ni Peña Verde ngayon. Oh! Basket is scored! Sanlea Peña Verde with that basket. And timeout is called. 38-15. We'll be back here in the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tuloy-tuloy ang action here in the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance. The score is 38-15 in favor of the JRU Heavy Bombers as the Enverga University Wildcats somehow in the second quarter, they have shown signs of life.
Yes, you know, they're starting to break the press of JRU, and they're starting to get into some sets. So let's see if they could keep that up here in the second quarter and try to cut this lead down to as much as they can before the halftime break.
And there is a holding foul there on as number 88, that's Harry Herrera, held on to Drio.
And let's see here if Drio can get some action here on the offensive end, as he's been, you know, the lone offensive bright spot so far here in the second quarter.
And Drio gets the ball to his teammate na si Tamarosa, pero nakuha niya ulit. 9 seconds. His pass stolen by Herrera. Herrera tumatakbo. Peña Verde. Oh, what a save! What a save by Herrera. Herrera launches a 3. Mintes. Rebound ng Enverga. Tumatakbo sila ngayon. Here comes Orenday. Orenday jumper. Yes, sir!
That's a good shot there by Orenday, getting to a spot that he knows he can hit, and he was able to get the shot going.
And 5:39 remaining in the second quarter. The score is 38-17, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see here if Enverga University can start to get some rhythm here, which they are getting. They're starting to hit some shots that they like, so let's see if they can keep going to that. And also, you know, credit to them, they were able to adjust to the trap of JRU. Medyo hindi na rin sila naagawan, or they're not committing as much turnovers as they were in the first quarter. So let's see if they could go to that same kind of press break and composure moving forward here in the final 5 minutes and 39 seconds of the first half.
And Peña Verde will go to the line for free throws, a technical free throw actually. 38-17 and a 21-point lead for the JRU Heavy Bombers, ladies and gentlemen. Tignan natin as JR or Enverga will have the possession. 5:39 remaining. Tamarosa has it. He loses it. Peña Verde with a steal. Peña Verde, he drives, takes a shot, in and out. 5:28 remaining. JRU will have the possession once again. Here comes Garupil. Garupil, pop out si Peña Vera for the three. Mentes, rebound, one more chance, no good. And there is a rebound. Basket is finally scored by number 8, Laurenaria.
If you're in Verga University, you can't give up second chance opportunities, even third chance opportunities to the JRU and the Rockets.
And right now, punta naman natin ngayon ang ating courtside reporter si Bianca Tagarda with some news. Bianca?
Kiko and Justin bucket list check as per Coach Melky Villanueva, as this was one of his dreams for the Wildcats na makapaglaro sa isang liga kagaya ng Pinoyliga where competitive schools perform at a level that will help them improve. And when he was asked kung sino ba ang team na gugustuhin niyang makaharap for this first laglagan match, Coach Melky answers, and I quote, "Ibigay niyo sa akin ang JRU so my players will be challenged. Now let's see if they will be able to bounce back from a huge deficit this second quarter." Gentlemen?
So much, Bianca. Sabi nga nila, no, this is a big learning experience para sa Enverga University Wildcats. Especially, no, parang they have a new basketball program and this will be helpful for them in the near future.
And you like that kind of mentality from Coach Villanueva, you know, na parang bigay mo sa akin JRU, lalabanan namin yan. And you know, that's the kind of mentality that you want to have with coach to bring to your team. You know, you want to play against the best at the biggest stage so that your team can get that kind of challenge and really improve as a squad and really take on that challenge as a team.
Ikaw ba tinanong ka na nung dati? Sino ba gusto mong makalaban? One-on-one? Sinasabi mo ba?
Ano, kung meron akong gusto makalaban one-on-one, Isaiah Thomas, 5'8", Boston Celtic guard, you know, 2017, Isaiah Thomas. Yun dati, kung may chance ako hanggang ngayon.
Yes.
Makikipag one-on-one ako dun.
Lakas nun eh. No?
Oo.
Kahit maliit lang eh.
Kahit 5'8 lang. Kasi tangkad ko lang siya, but he's an NBA player.
Legit. And the last pick sa isang round.
Yes. 60th pick, yeah.
3:44 remaining. Berga University Wildcats has a possession. Here comes Oranday. He drives. Oranday takes the jumper. Nagmintes. Rebound, ladies and gentlemen, by Laurenaria.
I like that shot from Orenday. You know, he was able to get to his spot, able to bump his defender and get a nice looking mid-range J. You know, that's something that you want to see Orenday go to more here.
And now Laurenaria was fouled as he went to the basket.
JRU just staying aggressive, even though they're up 20. They're up big with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in this first half. And you know, that's the kind of basketball you want to play if you're trying to aim for that championship. No matter what the score is, you play to win.
3:13 remaining, 20 puntos ang kalamangan ng JRU over Enverga University Foundation Wildcats. 42-21, ladies and gentlemen. So tingnan natin, one more free throw for Laurenaria. It's that one.
We were talking about earlier, Enverga's goal should be keeping JRU to only about 15 points or less in this second quarter. And so far, they're hitting that goal, but they need to keep getting more stops here moving forward.
And we have Peña with the ball. Being guarded. Oh, great passing there. It's more of the conversion na lang ang kulang sa kanila.
Yes, and being, you know, court awareness, knowing where you are on the court there, and as you can see, they were called for that line violation. Peña was called for that. So, you know, if you're Peña, you're cutting down the lane, you got to make sure you know where the line is so that that doesn't happen to you in that possession.
Less than 3 minutes remaining in the second period as we see Salvador having problems bringing the leather. Argente or Garupil pops out. Binigay Benitez. And Salvador has it 6 seconds. Oh, a turnover. 2:32 remaining. What a move there.
A nice hesitation and changing of speeds there for the Enverga guard Escamillas. You know, That's what you want to see coming from a guard, you know, having that kind of change of direction, change of speed, because you can't play at one speed. It's so easy to guard just one speed going at 50 miles an hour. But if you can go 50, then 25, then 15, back to 50, that's the kind of pace you want to play if you're a guard.
Peña, may hawak ng bola, 11 seconds remaining. He gets it. 2:15 remaining, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, 4-shot, great defense by JRU. 2:10 remaining. Ito naman, and there's a foul as Sean Salvador drove to the basket. Nahirapan doon on that last play si Magsumbol.
A great attack there by Sean Salvador and great defense from JRU. He didn't fall for any fakes that the Enverga guards had. And they were able to get a shot clock violation, and Sean Salvador being able to drive aggressively to the lane and get 2 free throws.
2:06 remaining, 43-21. Let's see for Sean Salvador. 44-21. Sean Salvador makes it.
We see here JRU still in that full court trap, making it hard for Enverga University to get any momentum on the offensive end.
And now, let's see Enverga. We have Magsumbol. Oh, traveling is all, ladies and gentlemen.
We need to make a poll. How many times does that traveling violation get called in a college basketball game?
Oh, yes.
You know, that pivot foot never stays down for some reason for some of these kids. There's gigil na gigil eh. Pagkakuha ng bola, gusto agad umatake. And you know, you have to always remember, put the ball down first before you move that pivot foot. You know, it's okay to be aggressive. It's okay to want to get to the rim right away. But you got to do it the right way.
150 remaining. 45-21 as Jose Daniel Peña is pleading his case. Sabi, I didn't foul that player.
I think every basketball player, when they get the whistle blown against them,
Guilty ka ba doon?
guilty ako doon. Parati ako hindi naman ako nakikipag-away sa referee, pero parati lang ako tumitingin na, bakit mo tinawag yun? Alam mo.
45-21.
You know, the Enverga University Wildcats are in penalty already, you know, with 1 minute and 50 seconds left to go. And, you know, knowing how JRU plays, how aggressive they play, how much they get into the lane, that's going to be trouble for the red shirts if they're not going to play disciplined defense moving forward.
46-21. It's been a while. The stock on Enverga on 21 points.
Once bumalik yung JRU dun sa full court trap defense na medyo nahirapan na ulit yung Enverga University. So they need to get back to what worked when they got some points on the board. So let's see if they get to that.
134, 6 seconds to shoot. Oh, 3-point shot.
That's a good-looking shot from Escamillas. He was that guard earlier with good pace. Now he hits a long bomb. So let's see if he can get some momentum going here for the red shirts.
120 remaining. 47-24. As that is number 8. Oh, step back. Sean Argente.
Oh my goodness, what a shot from Sean Argente.
Grabe yung ano ni Argente. Ano? Ang daming power sa legs for him to
Wow.
take that shot.
And what I liked about that, he was in a line drive going to the basket. And the way he changed direction off that right foot, as soon as he saw the defender was already going through that line drive, he takes one step back dribble. Great power from the legs. Wow, Sean Argente.
50.73 seconds.
There's going to be a review here as we got a JRU heavy bomber on the floor.
And they're going to review they just want to make sure that you know, they made that right call there. Kasi syempre there's times na nag-a-act yung player, di ba?
Yes.
But let's see.
And you know, I can't really see who's on the floor, but he has a face mask on, and usually
Oh,
when they
that's
have-
Daniel Sarmiento or Vince Sarmiento.
Vince Sarmiento, yeah, he has a face mask on. And usually when you have a face mask on, you have some kind of nose injury. So if you get hit there and on your face mask area, it's kind of dangerous because you don't want anything kind of, when you have like a broken nose or like a chip on your nose, and if you get hit there again, it might be a little bit dangerous. That's why they got that face mask on. So I hope he didn't get hit in the face or anything like that. And we take a look.
58-37.
Yeah, it looks
You know,
like,
we're checking just one angle. Well, of course, officials have 2 or more angles. Based on
Yes.
the angle that we saw, what do you think?
it looks like there's some extra motion, but Vince Sarmiento kind of started this action by holding on to the jersey, but then look at this extra motion there with the elbow. That's not a basketball play, but also grabbing the jersey is also not a basketball
Yes,
play.
oh, from behind there, no?
Yes, so it might be a double foul, or maybe a warning for unsportsmanlike conduct from both players. That's something that I would probably call, but it's up to the officials. Let's see what they call, and we'll go from there.
Score is 58.37 seconds remaining. And of course, Enverga University Wildcats is pleading their case to the officials right now, saying that they didn't commit the foul, and it was more of the reaction.
Yes. It was more of the reaction of Obel, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, getting your jersey grabbed is, something, that's maybe annoying if you're a player and, you want to retaliate a bit, but maybe that's not the best way to retaliate. So, the referees called what they called, and, that's just, something that we have to go with.
58.37 seconds remaining. A 26-point lead.
And some physical action coming from both squads here. We just want both of these teams to finish the game on a good note, without any malicious intent from any of the players. So let's see what's going to happen. We're going to have another review here.
So I guess that is JC Owabel.
Owabel.
Yeah. So let's see. Of course, like what we've been saying, it's Owabel and Lozano.
Yeah, it looks like it's just something that, I think they're just fighting for position there. I don't think it was anything malicious. And it's going to be a double foul as they were fighting for position. I think that's a good call from the referees, laying it down for both of the players to kind of just cut off that kind of, action right away. You nip it in the butt.
Yes. Because if they allow that, other players might,
Yes. They're going to continue that same action. So that's a good call there by the referees.
54.56 seconds remaining. Inside basket, no good. And what we like, a free three, no good. Rebound by the Enverga University Wildcats.
Ooh.
A moving screen.
That's one thing I remember in high school. I had a teammate that always moved his feet while setting the screen, and he always got an earful from our coaches. And, if you're a 4, you're a 5, you have to make sure your feet is set. Your shoulders are not moving when you're setting that screen.
Yeah. 27 seconds remaining. Here comes Argent. Ooh, what a pass. Someone is free for the 3. That means this. Oh, Lozano with the board. Argente has it. 13 seconds to go. Around 3 seconds in difference from the game clock and shot clock. Argente still no good. 1 second remaining. A 3-point shot. No.
Wow, JRU fighting for every possession, like if they were the ones down by
Yes.
26 points. And that just shows championship basketball.
And of course, one cannot believe it, no, that if if you don't see the score right now, iisipin mo the JRU is falling behind
Yes, the
because
way
of the
they play.
hustle that they are showing us right now. So after 20 minutes of action, the score is 50-24, 26-point lead for JRU Heavy Bombers. We'll be back here in the Pinoy Liga, the Big Dance. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After 20 minutes of basketball action, the score is 50-24, a 26-point lead. As we take a look at the halftime stats, it's all JRU in favor here, lalo na ang daming turnovers ng Enverga simply because of the full court pressure, the trap na pinapakita ng JRU that resulted to them sa kanilang mga fast break points. And look at this, free throw. 2 mintis lang, my goodness. Ang hirap talunin ng team na ganyan.
Yes, especially if you're committing 17 turnovers against a team that's gonna run every time they get the basketball. So imagine 17 times na tumakbo ng tumakbo. And let's take a look at the game leaders for JRU. It's 10 points for Peña Vedra, Argente with 8, Lozano with 7, Escamillas 8 for Enverga University, Peña with 5, and Pundano with 3. But going back to the point of turnovers, you can't turn the ball over 17 times against a team like JRU.
And they will really, you will suffer sa JRU pag ganun. Hinayaan mo yung kalaban mo to score a lot. Turnovers will really kill you. So let's see. Yeah, sometimes kasi with this type of game, kunyari first half tambak ka, you will suddenly wake up.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah. Baka si Coach Villanueva may sinabi during the halftime break that gets his team going and maybe they make an adjustment on their press break. And let's see if they do have an adjustment here in the first possession on the offensive end for Enverga University.
And ladies and gentlemen, 50-24 Enverga, first possession in the second half. Peña has the basketball right now. Is being guarded by Argente. Let's see. Gets it to number 2. That's Arroyo. Arroyo missing on that. Skya for the board is Sanlea. And here comes Argente. Back to Peña Verde. Peña Verde with the leather is being guarded by Arroyo right now. Or rather, that is number 7. Pundano, rather. Tingnan natin ngayon. Sanlea. Oh, Argente. 3. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. What a quick trigger from Sean Argente, fading to the corner for that 3-point shot. Great body control, great shot. Just Sean Argente at his finest.
Yung nakikita natin, parang hindi siya talaga sadya. It's a play talaga.
Yeah, something like that he actually does in practice or something,
53-24, 8:35 remaining. Argente once again, and he's fouled.
Grabe yung IQ ng Sean Argente. As you can see there, Peña was trailing after that crossover on the front court there by Sean Argente. And when Sean Argente, as you can see there, Peña tried to recover, but Sean Argente uses his body. He veers into Peña. He gets Peña out of the picture, and he goes all the way to the lane for a free throw shot here. He draws the foul. He misses the first one, but that's a high IQ veteran point guard play there by Sean Argente.
53-24 as Argente is in the 15-foot line right now. Makes the second one. Let's see. 8:30 remaining. Possession will be with Enverga.
And here comes the 1-2-1-1 trap, full court trap of JRU here. And let's see how Enverga University will try to break it. And there is no double right away. It looked like they just kind of shadowing now Enverga University.
Escamillas has it. Binigay kay Peña with the ball. Peña back. Pundano. Arroyo shot, no good. Argente with the board. Tumatakbo si Argente. Oh, look at Argente. You were saying, yeah. Very veteran move for that guy.
Magulang maglaro eh, alam mo yun. Meron ng gulang eh, alam mo. Pwede na mag-MPBL yung mga ganyan na play style eh.
Yes.
And not even maybe the MPBL, but even maybe the higher league in the PBA, Having that kind of IQ as a point guard is very much needed, especially if you're looking to have a championship run like JRU.
Argente, he has the ball, being guarded by To. Passes to Sanlea. Peña Verde, oh, what a block there by number 29, Escamillas. Pero nakuha ni Lozano, but airballs that shot. 30-point lead for JRU Heavy Bombers.
A good bright spot here for Enverga University is Escamillas.
Oh, yes.
You know, Escamillas has shown some offensive skill and are now getting a block on Sanlea Peñaverde. That's the kind of energy you want if you're Coach Villanueva and the Enverga University Wildcats.
Oh, there's a push there from behind as JR Tamarosa was fouled by number 24.
I think that was Lance Benitez that
Oh, yeah.
committed the foul.
Lance Benitez. So let's see, 14 seconds in the shot clock, 7:33 remaining. Here comes Pondano. Pondano, he drives, stops. You know, I can sense na parang merong hesitation ang Enverga once they go in the shaded lane.
Yeah, parang hindi sila, I don't wanna say wala silang kumpiyansa, pero hindi sila ganun ka-confident to take some shots down the lane.
Yes, they're more comfortable of shooting sa perimeter.
Medyo nagsasettle na sila dun sa 3-point line alam mo yun, na parang hindi sila as aggressive as they should be going to the paint.
And at that time, libre by Pondano, 54-26. And look at JRU break the press.
Very composed. They're just
Yes.
passing the ball around.
Let's see, Peñaverde, layout ng bola. Ooh,
Oh my
aggressive
gosh.
move. Oh, nagdalawang isip siya eh.
Oh my gosh, Sanlea Peñaverde, he's just that guy, you know. I'm excited to watch him play in this big dance tournament and how he can lead his team here moving forward if they get this W against Enverga University.
And now here comes Escamillas. The guy, kay number 5, that's Tamarosa. Tamarosa, shot, no good. Rebound by Benitez. And now here comes Argente. Argente being guarded by Pondano. Pondano is sticking close to Argente. And now, Lozano, he drives.
Oh,
Ooh. That was a dangerous move. Nakakatakot no? If I was Lozano, parang ako natakot sa kanya no? Kasi sumighty siya
yeah, and you know, and he's a high flyer. He got up pretty high there
Yes.
when he jumped, you know, and you know, at least he's good. Nothing happened.
Yes.
Pero, you know, itong si Enverga University, you could tell that they're a very physical team. You know, even though they're down big right now, they're down 30 points, but they're still, you know, keeping the physicality there. You know.
Yes.
They may not be able to compete offensively, pero physicality-wise, mahirap
Yes.
ang laban sila.
And as a coach, kung ikaw yung coach ng Enverga, you would love what your players are doing. Kasi they're showing na talaga na doon pa rin yung intensity.
Yes. May heart pa rin sila manalo.
5:50 remaining. As we see Trio, binigay kay number 7 for the 3. Oh, Pondano. Pondano, one of the high scorers ngayon, and he's doing damages. But Lozano drives. And Lozano is really has this speed. Kaya niyang iwanan ang kanyang defender. Right now, let's go over to our courtside reporter, Bianca Tigarda, who has some news for us. Bianca?
This is all about pride for the JRU Heavy Bombers as they are here to prove that they indeed are an NCAA team. But beyond the scores are the lessons that Coach Nani Apundalan instills in his players. At iyon ay to still remain focused and humble dahil as long as the time ticks ay maaaring mabawi ang kanilang lamang. Apart from that, medyo physical nga ang naging laro nila during the second quarter and the coaches gave a friendly reminder to never let those instances distract them from the game. Kiko and Justin?
Thank you so much, Bianca, for that. It's a 30-point lead. And if you're in Berta, Coach Melvin, what would you tell your players?
I think just you gotta keep battling. You know, don't look at the score.
Yes.
Try to just focus on every possession that we have. You know, every possession that you have here at the Big Dance tournament is a precious time. You're going against JRU, Cedar Southern University Heavy Bombers, an NCAA team, and a team that's most likely going to compete for a championship in NCAA this upcoming season. So if you're in Verga, if I'm Coach Villanueva, I'm just going to encourage my team. I'm going to stay positive. Hey, let's adjust to what they're doing. Let's break that press. Let's run some sets. Let's get some stops. Let's get some small wins. Because, if you don't come out with this win, but you come out with some good bright spots, that's going to be good for you and your squad moving forward.
And of course, this is just one of the few times that you will be able to meet a UAAP and NCAA.
Yes, exactly. And JRU gave UP a run for their money in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 4. So, if you put that into perspective, I'm going up against a team that really gave UP a run for their money. UP is a UAAP championship squad. So, for Enverga University, this is a prime opportunity for you to show what you have into the national stage.
And timeout is called 59-31 with 4:35 remaining. Third quarter, we'll be back here in the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here in the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance. And of course, sabi nga natin, this is something special because this is like an NCAA March Madness wherein one lose or one loss, you die. You go
Yes.
home, actually. And now, this is a perfect opportunity to test your skills, your team chemistry also, on how far can you get here in the Pinoy Liga, the Big Dance.
We don't have anything like the NCAA March Madness here in the Philippines. We have separate conferences in the UAAP, NCAA, NCRAA, you can name it all. But we don't have that one big dance, that one national championship like the NCAA March Madness where all the best teams and even the underdog teams come and play. So here at the Big Dance, we see teams like the Enverga University Wildcats going up against the JRU Heavy Bombers, and you never know what could happen. In the next game, JRU might go up against the Ravens, and you never know what can happen, the San Pablo Ravens. So, having a platform like this, having a tournament like this, showing all the national teams, all the college teams here in the Philippines go up against each other. It's a great platform to have, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Well, same here. It's having an opportunity to cover these games with all these players and teams, really, having this opportunity to really test your skills and team chemistry. Well, this is one big tournament for everyone.
Yes. And, we get to see talents from all over the country. We get to see guys like Joris Trio, who's a good talent for this Enverga University squad. So, we get to see players like him. We get to see players like 11 LEJ from the first game. So, we get to see untapped potential, untapped talent all over the country, and they get to come and play here at the Big Dance. And it's going to be exciting to see the rest of the teams playing here. And it's only the first day, it's only the first day.
And of course, tomorrow we'll have 3 more games. You'll have the MCU Supremos going up against PCU Dolphins, and then LPU Pirates going up against UBIX College, and of course New Hero Hunters going up against ENDERUN Titans.
It's going to be a good matchup right there. New Era against ENDERUN. As you can see, Sean Salvador, the super rookie as well of JRU, hitting a 3.
And now JRU will not be overlooked by other teams this coming NCAA season. I assure you of that. If there's one thing that probably JRU is missing is probably a slot man, center,
Yes.
a big man.
Yes.
But then for JRU, they have a lot of forwards who can, stretch the defense.
Yes. And you can even argue in today's basketball, they may not have a true big man, but in today's basketball, it's pretty much positionless basketball. So maybe
Yes.
that will play a factor into playing fast, because that's what we're seeing JRU do, is really play fast and have positionless basketball where their 4 and 5s can shoot threes, attack the rim, dribble the ball. And let's see, maybe that is part of their game plan moving into the upcoming NCAA season.
2:30 remaining. And of course, for Edinburgh University, this will give them a chance to really improve more in their coming tournaments. Of course, they're joining the PSAA,
Yes.
wherein they're one of the top performers also in
Yes.
that. So next week, I'm checking. I just checked the bracket. Probably there will be 3 games also for Saturday and Sunday.
Nice.
So,
I'm excited to see those teams.
Yeah. Tomorrow, all the games are exciting, especially the last game, the
Yes.
Era versus ENDERUN.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone got a home game.
Yes.
It's going to be fun to see the fans of ENDERUN show up and support their squad. And, one thing that I want to say about, Enverga University, they're going up against a really good team like JRU. And I remember in high school, I went up against a team that was pretty much known to be the winners of the game. But for me, it was a challenge because it's like, okay, I'm going up against a really talented group here. And if you're in Verga University, I'm going up against a very talented group in JRU. So if you're going to go up against a talented team like JRU, you're going to want to measure up. Gusto mo makita kung saan yung level mo eh. Kasi yung iba dito sa JRU, magpo-pro yan, mag-MPBL yan, mag-PBA yan, or some might even go overseas. So, if you're in Verga University, man, I get to go up against future pros. I get to go up against an NCAA team. This is gonna be a great challenge for me to see kung saan yung level ng talent ko, ang level ng skills ko, kung ano pang kailangan ko gawin para sa career ko sa basketball.
Ano pa yung mga dapat mong i-improve?
Yes,
on.
exactly.
And that is if I'm not mistaken, that is the thinking of Coach Melky also. This is a big opportunity for them to really gauge yung kanilang skills.
Yes.
And ano pa yung kailangan nilang gawin?
Yes. And I'm sure going into the game, sila Coach Villanueva, iniisip nila, sige, try natin talunin tong team na to. I'm sure that's the mentality coming into the game for the players and even the coaches. Let's try to beat JRU. Let's try to shock the world. And maybe it did not work out for them as much here in the third quarter and pretty much for, most of this game. But you see the fight. You see the fight from Enverga University. You see the effort. And you see some of the talent of some of the players that they do have. So, let's see what else they could do moving forward here into the fourth quarter.
One thing that I noticed at first, in the first half actually, they were probably shocked with that full court press of JRU. But right now you can see they're full of confidence already. They know how to break that trapping defense or that press by JRU.
Yes.
22 seconds remaining. JRU has the possession. A 3-point shot, no good. And there is a foul, ladies and gentlemen, on number 7. And that is on JP Canoza.
And, for Enverga University, the lead never went above 30. It never went to 35. It never went to 40 or 45 points. They kept it around 30. So, that's a good sign showing that they've been steady moving forward, after that, really rough first quarter. So let's see, maybe they can get it down to 20 or 15 points, in the fourth quarter, and that's going to be a good sign. A great basket there by Lester Alcantara.
Just in the nick of time to end the third quarter on a high note. And more importantly, cut the deficit, ladies and gentlemen, from 29, or right now it's 28 points.
Yes.
The JRU Heavy One are still on top, but of course, you can see the fighting spirit of Enverga Wildcats here in the Pinoyliga. The Big Dance will be back for the fourth quarter. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the fourth and final quarter. The score is 69-41. A big 28-point lead by the JRU Heavy Bombers. As of course, they will meet the San Pablo Ravens in the next round. But of course, I mean, it's too early to say that that is final. But of course, with the way things are going, the confidence of JRU, you know, it seems that they have that slot locked up. But including that three-point shot.
Sean Argente has those plans to play the San Pablo Ravens in the next round.
A foul. But of course, let's see. We have witnessed strange things in basketball. Maybe we could see a strange one here. But of course, let's just watch, enjoy this moment because the big dance is for everyone. And right now, inside. And Verga is really looking for that open man. And that three-point shot by Escamillas.
I like his game. I like the game of Vincent Escamillas. He's shown some confidence. That was a nice step-back three-pointer. I kind of want to see him get the ball more moving forward here in the fourth quarter. That was a really tough shot there by Vincent Escamillas.
Now JRU has a possession, a jumper, miss, rebound. Oh, what a save there by Esguerra. But however, it fell to the hands of Enverga. Wildcats. Escamillas, a three-point shot, a hurried one. Should have waited to set up the play.
Medyo na-excite siya. He was able to hit a step-back three-pointer that previous possession, so I felt like he felt good about that shot.
Nag-heat check siya.
Oh, heat check.
Pero ito talaga, sobrang heat check.
Parang hindi na kailangan ng heat check. Parang parati ata on fire tong si Sean Argente.
Talaga naka-ready mode no? Sniper mode. So timeout is called, ladies and gentlemen. 8:14 remaining, 75-46. We'll be back. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here in the Pinoyliga, the big dance. And of course, right now, let's listen to our courtside reporter, Bianca Tagarda, who has some updates for us. Bianca?
5 hours man ang biyahe, pero mananatiling worth it ang kanilang ipinunta as Emmanuel and Verga Wildcats are giving their all in order to end this game on a bright note. For Coach Melky, who has been handling the team for 4 years, wala nang mas makakapagpasaya pa sa kanya than the fact that they will be going home tonight with a lot of lessons learned. Pero hanggat may oras pa, ay tuloy pa ang laban. And now, let's see if the Wildcats can ease the pain this last 10 minutes. Nico and Justin.
Thank you so much, Bianca. 77-46. 7:36 remaining, a three-point shot. Kanina, ganda ng ball movement ng Enverga. No? They really look for the open man. And right now, parang nagmamadali sila.
Yeah. You know, you see some bright spots, some flashes of, you know, good things coming from Enverga University. And that's something that you can take home. Pwede mong ibaon yun pa uwi na pwede mong masabi na, okay, itong possession na to, maganda yung ginawa natin against JRU. Itong possession na to, nakakawa tayo ng stop against JRU. So there's going to be moments like that when they look back on film, when they watch film again, they're going to see some positive things coming from their players. And that's something that you could build on moving forward.
77-46, 7:04 remaining. as JRU will do the inbound. Almost a steal there. Munti ka na ma-turn over. As we take a look at the quarter scores, 32-10. It's all JRU. 32-18-19 for a total of 69 compared to 10-14 and 17. If there's one good thing that we see through the quarter scores, is that the point total of Enverga has improved every quarter.
Yes, and you can see in the second quarter they only lost by 4, and in the third quarter they only lost by 2 or 3. So it was only that first quarter that really put them in this predicament of being down this much. Pero imagine kung yung first quarter medyo strong start itong Enverga, di iba yung pinag-uusapan natin ngayon. So
Yes.
that's a bright spot that Enverga can look at, the second and the third quarter, and hopefully this fourth quarter they could do the same.
6:20 remaining, 82-46 as the JRU Heavy Bombers are just 6 minutes and 20 seconds away from securing a slot in the next phase, that is round of 16. And most likely they will be meeting the San Pablo Ravens. Something that, an interesting matchup.
Kind of similar play styles, fast-paced, full-court press. They kind of have the same size. So let's see how that matchup will go. But also, one other guy that I want to talk about with Enverga University Wildcats is one of their guards, Orenday.
Oh, yes.
Angelo Orenday. I like his game. He has some mid-range to him that I like. When he gets to his spots, he knows how to use his body to kind of get that separation. And let's see if he can get some stuff done here in the fourth quarter.
5:50 remaining. As 85-49 is the score right now. JRU not letting up their defense. So tingnan natin, Oranday for the 3, short on that one. Parang na-bother siya dun sa long arms ni Lozano.
Yeah, Justin Lozano, you can clearly see the size and the reach difference between Orenday and Lozano. And Lozano had his hand straight up there to challenge that shot. And as we see some new players coming in here for Enverga University Wildcats, some of these guys checking in hasn't really gotten not much minutes this whole game. So this is their perfect opportunity here to get some live action against a team like JRU.
And now, let's see how will they move. Lozano with the leather. Ooh. And a turnover there, pero there was a counter steal as Salvador is calling the fifth play. So let's see what will be the movement as Lozano. Oh, what a pass. Pero na turnover ni Sean Salvador halfway through the fourth and final quarter. And it's 85-49 as the JRU Heavy Bombers are enjoying a big lead right now.
Well, if you're in Enverga University, last 4 minutes and 52 seconds, go out there and just try to have some fun. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the game, enjoy going up against a team like JRU. And don't put too much pressure on yourselves. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity for you, and just try to enjoy the game.
4:34, and there was a block. Great defense by JRU, and Lozano goes all the way.
That's pretty impressive from Justin Lozano, being able to go coast to coast as a wingman, a tall wingman for JRU.
4:18 remaining. Tamarosa has it. JR, binigay kay number 24, that's Trio. Now Magsumbol. Trio. Missing on that one. Rebound there by Esguerra.
I'm looking at the JRU bench, and you can see 3 coaches still standing up. Like if they're the ones losing the basketball game, parang sila yung humahabol. And that's the kind of energy you want coming from a coaching staff. kudos to the JRU coaching staff, keeping their kids disciplined, keeping their kids in check, even though it's a game like this where they're up big.
And of course, the coaching staff is led by their head coach, Coach Nani Pondulan. And of course, Coach Nani, we've known this person back when he was playing at alam ng lahat na he's one of the best scorers in the NCAA back then. That's Coach Nani Pondulan.
And you see some players on this team that kind of just give some of his play style that can score really well. Sean Argentes, Sanlea Peñaverde, some really good scorers on his squad. So parang alam mo rin yung recruiting style niya, naghahanap din siya ng players na talagang true scorers like him.
Ang dami eh. Ang dami mong pwedeng makitang scorers. You can, nadyan si Argente, nadyan si
Sanlea Peñaverde.
Peñaverde, si Salvador.
Yeah, Sean Salvador,
Si
yeah.
Duque. Then also, yung nakuha niya si Obilia. Di ba? Manabat.
Yeah.
That, siguro season 101, JRU will be very loaded.
Yeah, I'm going to be really excited to see this team in Season 101 of the NCAA. I'm going to be really following them closely, especially here. They're one of my picks here at the Big Dance. I wouldn't be surprised if this JRU squad goes all the way and wins the Big Dance. Honestly, let me just say it right now.
Yeah.
I'm picking JRU to win it all.
Wow.
Here at the Big Dance. I think they have enough to beat Benilde. I think they have enough to beat Adamson. And I think they have enough to beat UE, which are the teams that are most likely going to be coming for that championship trophy here at the Big Dance. But I'm going to go ahead and give my pick. I think JRU is going to take it all here at the Big Dance.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be bold about it.
We should have a bracket buster here.
Yeah, yeah.
In NCAA, di ba? So you have the bracket buster, mga ganon.
Yeah. Who still has the perfect bracket, you know?
Yes. Kanina, malamang na-bust na yung bracket kung PCP.
And Naga, yeah.
Upsetting UB. Oh man, great games that we have today.
But imagine if Enverga won today. You know,
yeah.
Imagine if they beat JRU. Like, imagine the kind of headlines that we would see all over social media. And that's the kind of platform the Big Dance has. You know, that's what's gonna make college basketball grow here in the Philippines. Is tournaments like this, where you get to see other players and other teams go up against each other.
87-50. Ladies and gentlemen, 87-50 is the score. 2:35 remaining. 37-point lead. 2:35. As we see on a free throw, si Sean Salvador shooting free throws. Let's see, first free throw for Sean, it's good. Sean Salvador going. Second one, it's good for Sean Salvador. 2:35 remaining. 2:35 remaining, 89-50. So let's see. 2:33, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes To. To, 2:28. Looking for a teammate. Magsumbol, binigay kay Tamarosa. Oh, someone is free, three-point shot. Pondano. Kanina pa si Pondano hitting those three. Score is 89-55, 2:02 remaining. As we take a look at that last play, Matsumbol inside. Oh, basket is scored by Pundano. Pundano has been the bright spot by Enverga here. 202 remaining, ladies and gentlemen. 202, 89-56.
And look at this, 2 minutes left to go, and Verga in their full court press as well too. You know, it's good to see. It's good to see till the end. You're still gonna fight and do what you want to do on the court. But you know, let's just hope everyone stays healthy moving forward here, and you know, hopefully everyone stays, you know, in game shape in the last 2 minutes left here in this last game.
Verga has a possession. We are in the twilight zone. Asto has it. Binigay. Kay Pondano on drive. They're looking for a three-point shot right now. Oh, that is To. Missing on that one. Pero Magsumbol grabs that board and scores a basket.
Nice finish there by Mansum Bog. And you know, good sign of life here in the fourth quarter for Enverga.
And now, let's see, as Herrera, double team right now. Turnover, 127 remaining. Ooh, what a move by Tamarosa. Tamarosa loses that rock. And now Salvador has it. Salvador Tinawin. What a pass! Basket is scored by number 0, si Katapang.
Good pass there by Sean Salvador. Missed deceiving the defense and giving that scoop pass to his big man.
And now rebound by Sean. 101 remaining. 91-58. Ooh, short on that one by Laurinaria. Si To naman tumatakbo. Pondano. Wala, Mintes. 43 seconds remaining. Salvador.
Oh, 8-second violation on JRU there. But no reaction from the bench, from the coaches. That's good. Hindi sila sisigawan. Okay lang.
91-58. 35.8 seconds remaining. 34. Seconds.
And look at the defense coming from Enverga University with only a few seconds left to go.
5.47 seconds remaining. 91-58.
Playing to the last seconds, you know, that's what you like to see coming from a team like Enverga University, especially having a rough game like this. 5 seconds left.
To will have the last laugh. No good. And ladies and gentlemen, after 40 minutes of basketball action, the JRU Heavy Bombers are through the round of 16 here in the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance. They have a big victory, 91-58 over in Varga University Wildcats. And of course, stay tuned as of course we'll be hearing the school hymn of both teams, starting with the victorious JRU Heavy Bombers, and later we'll be talking to the winning coach, si Coach Nani Ipondulan, and probably one of his staff, and then later ang best player of the game.
Welcome back here at the ENDERUN Titan College Gym in the city of Taguig. I am joined by Coach Edson of JRU Heavy Bombers and Coach got the ball
Papasalamat ako sa Panginoon dahil binigay ni Papa God yung panalo ngayon. Oo, kasi pinagpractice talaga namin yung depensa namin para yun na nga master ng mga player bagong pasok ni Coach Nani na depensa. Sa awa ng Diyos, nakuha naman ng mga player.
Coach, may mga gusto po ba kayong batiin, mga kapamilya nyo, mga nagsusuporta sa JRU? Nandyan po kayo.
Unang-una, maraming salamat po sa GRU community sa patuloy na pagsuporta nila sa amin. Tapos kay Boss Conway, kay Boss Kong Mayor, sa asawa ko, kay Glendy Hope, sa mga anak ko, kay Gavin Eds Balyena, kay Eds, kay Ice, kay Nicole, at sa iba pang sumusuporta, kay Coach Nani. Yun, napakalaking ano po ni Coach Nani, ang ganda po ng ginawa niya sa amin ngayon.
Coach, congratulations sa panalo nyo. I wish you luck to your whole team and the continuing tournament here. And now we're going to send it to Bianca Tagada with the best player of the game.
Siyempre, unang-una, thankful ako kay Lord and sa coaches ko na nagbigay ng kumpiyansa sa amin. And sa Pinoyliga, thankful ako sa Pinoyliga.
Naman, Sean, well, ikaw nga yung player of the game and you performed really well. So, to whom do you dedicate this win and performance for?
Siguro dinededicate ko to sa team namin, sa JRU, and sa family ko. Kasi, siyempre, yun nga, unang-una, tagal namin walang liga. So, lahat kami parang gutom kami manalo lahat. Ayun. So, ayun, lahat naman kami nag-perform ng maayos and ayun, nanalo naman.
And gusto ka bang batiin or shout out?
Siyempre, unang-una nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord and binabati ko yung family ko na nasa Tagaytay. Antayin niyo ako dyan, pasunod na ako. And yung girlfriend ko, si Moira. And shoutout kay Coach Jom na magbibigay sa akin ng shorts. And yung lola ko pala sa ibang bansa, si Mama Sel. Hello.
Thank you so much, Sean. Balik na tayo kay Justin.
Congratulations again to Sean and Coach Nani and the staff and the whole JRU Heavy Bombers. Final score is 91-58. 7 teams na po ang nasa round of 16 and tomorrow madadagdagan pa ng 3 until we make it 16 teams already. Just in final notes for the game.
Yeah, JRU, a dominant game, showing their pure talent and their pure aggressiveness on the defensive end. Grabe yung trap nila. It's something that you want to see coming from a team like them. And like I said, I think JRU is going to go all the way here at the big dance.
Wow, great prediction. Tignan natin kung magkakatotoo. So ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the hardworking men and women of this Pinoyliga Big Dance, this is Kiko Malikdem, nasaan si Justin and then si Bianca. See you tomorrow dahil we have 3 games. Number 13 PCU Dolphins going up against MCU Supremos. Number 5 LPU Pirates going up against number 28 Ubix Red Phoenix. Number 21 ENDERUN Colleges Titans going up against number 12 New Era Hunters. So ladies and gentlemen, tulad ng sinasabi ko, on behalf of the hardworking men and women of the Pinoyliga Cup, I'm Kiko Malikdem. See you tomorrow for the continuation of the Pinoyliga, the Big Dance.